the red couch with Vern, and you sitting here with one of the dopest people I know. I'm telling you right now, if you had to pull out a camera and you needed advice on that, she got you. Creative director, you talking about somebody that creates a vision for you. Somebody that could put something in front of your face that you asked for. Exactly. Just something big. And she goes by the name of Sam Renee, folks.
That's right. Talk to him. Let him know.
Talk to him. Let him know.
Let him know.
We go way back like seats on a plane.
Yes.
How was your day?
My day was good. I was excited to, come and do this interview with you. Mm-hmm. So I spent most of my day just getting ready, grooming myself to come here,
She was cleaning her toenails.
Yeah, cleaning up,
You feel me? Listen, my show is all about trending topics and relationships. And all of the things that we talk about on this show are so dope. And we touch the topics that nobody wants to talk about. Everybody's always like, yo, Burn, like you soft. Yeah, what? I'm soft for just like this much, just a little bit.
Okay.
I admit to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still from the streets though. You feel me? I'm still from the streets.
You still from the Bronx.
Muscle. You see that muscle right there? Stop playing. Anyway, so yeah, and you have a business.
Yes.
All right. And what is your business about? What is your company about?
Okay, so my business is a more creative agency. Mm-hmm. And I actually started in 2017, and I'm coming up on my 6-year anniversary actually. Mm-hmm. And it was originally called Perimeter Productions because I was just doing any and everything. Mm-hmm. But once I started focusing on working with businesses, I changed it to a more creative agency because I want to focus on helping women of color create content for their business to promote their products or services.
Okay, a more creative agency. So how do you create that content though? Like how is that content created, and how is your vision created also?
So primarily I just find out like what's trending as far as content goes. So right now like short form content is like one of the biggest things, right? Especially when you're talking about...
You mean like reels?
Yep. So like the reels, TikTok.
Because people's attention span is like...
Very short. Exactly. Right, yep. So focusing on like what's popular, what's, working to get your client from point A to point B, which is just, an introduction or continuing to service your audience to get them to your actual product or service, figuring out what works for that, and then I base my offers off of that.
So a lot of clients that hit you up, like where do they work? Like what businesses do they run, and like that's what they want you to do the video for, right? So where do they work?
Right now my main client is realtors. Okay. And that just kind of and it just happened by accident.
People that sell you houses.
Yes. Sell or help you buy. Mm-hmm. One of the two. Or they could be, they could work with developers as well. Mm-hmm. They could be investors. So it's all different types. But it's like each time I start working with someone, it kind of starts narrowing down. So I started working with women of color, right? When I started focusing on businesses. And then it got more, more direct. And I started working with realtors. And that's been my most consistent type of client. But I've worked with, fitness instructors. I've worked with hairstylists, coaches, a bunch of different, varieties or industries.
I like the realtors part. I'm thinking like you should make a video with like real actors in it. Yeah. And actresses, yeah. I think you should do that, and I think you should have like a cheating thing going on in the video. And that's how the house gets sold. You feel me?
That would be interesting.
Like you start breaking stuff in the house.
And it's wild. See, that's a different type of.
And then the floor. But I'm just saying, like, look, you put the money up, and then you throw stuff all in the house, and you make it hit the wall, and the wall doesn't crack, or nothing happens in the house, so it makes it look like the house is sturdy. And then you sold it. They're like, this is a good wall.
I'm gonna leave all of that to the realtors. Like, I'm just coming here, capturing the content, edit, deliver it.
Now you might get some ghetto ass people that might move up in there. They're like, "Oh, word, we can fight in there."
Right? Yeah,
we can fight in there.
I want no parts of that because I don't want the realtors coming back to me like, "Yo, Sam, what's going on?
But
who's these people?"
when I think of realtors on my show,
yeah,
I think of relationships and I think about people moving in together.
Yes.
And I think about marriages and I think about people, creating something and wanting life to continue because that's what houses are about. Like, you want to be able to get a house, right, and the car and I guess if you want your fence white, I don't know, but get your car, all of that, get your big house. But a lot of things go down in that house. Yeah. A lot of fights go down in that house, and it's crazy out here in these streets these days. They say the relationship, the dating pool has piss and shit in it. You ever heard that before?
I haven't heard that direct one, but yes, I've heard that.
Never heard that before?
That dating right now is a little rough.
Yes,
it's rough out here. I've heard that.
Terrible. All right, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to be in these New York streets on a date.
Okay, well, Jersey.
Don't come out here.
What's up?
No, Jersey is popping. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I feel like it's the same, but
Jersey runs the dating sites. They
okay.
do. And Jersey women hit you up.
Okay.
They do. They be like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like,
so y'all actually could get somewhere.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Women these days hit you up before the man does. Do you notice that?
No.
You don't know that.
Because I've been low.
Nobody didn't tell you that? So, there's been a rumor going around that men are softer now than women. Have you heard that?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I feel like I agree to some extent.
Why you say that?
To some extent. Because it's just like nowadays I feel like, it's a lot of men and like woman conversations. Mm-hmm. You see them on like podcasts. They always got something to say. Mm-hmm. Right? And
not me. I don't be saying nothing. I just be listening.
And it's just like, y'all have way more, other things that y'all could be talking about, like how to help men date better, right? Be better men, be better fathers.
That's what you doing right now.
Well,
you better tell them. How can you be a better father?
Be a better father, be a better man, be a better husband, all of that. So I feel like
what are the things that makes a man a good man?
I mean, I think that's going to vary from person to person. Like it's going to depend on a person's core values. Now, if you were to ask me,
I did.
Specifically for me, well, actually, if I'm being straightforward, I don't even date men right now. So, if I was still dating men, what would I want? Like somebody who allows me to be my true self. Okay. Right. Communication.
That's the thing.
Right.
Allow somebody to be their self.
That's like top,
don't try to change them.
Top one. Like I have to feel, because I've been in a situation where I did like the person, but then I realized I would have had to be a different version of myself for us to continue to deal with each other. I realized that's not the road that I will ever want to go down again. So that's like my top thing. Like if I can't be my full self, if you gotta question me about
everything,
me being a creative, me being up at certain different times, me being passionate, me just being who I am. One day I might be super, super wild and fun. One day I might just want to be laid back. Like if I can't be myself. Let me ask you this question.
You ever dealt with somebody that never supported you? Like never supported anything that you did?
No. So
everybody that you've been with in your life,
they supported me to some capacity. I would never say that any of them have never like
a blessing.
Yeah, no, I've never dealt with like complete like like I said, support. Just like certain things like, oh, you're too passionate in this area, or why are you up at night? Why are you calling your friend a male friend at this time of the night? But I'm a creative. He's a creative. This is what we do. Like sometimes that's where the spark is at late hours, but I'm not trying to call him to hook up with him, All right. So I've dealt with things.
Business and pleasure, right? a lot of people say keep that separate.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your partner should have like some type of hand in your business, or do you feel like your partner should be separate from your business?
I would say separate. Now, if I'm asking them, should they understand what I do? Yes. Right? And then if I'm like stuck at a certain point, you know, I would want them to kind of understand what I do. So if I'm just like talking about something, or I had a day, or I'm trying to figure something out, so that we could. So
you don't want the Jay-Z and Beyonce? You don't want that?
I mean, it would be nice, but it's not mandatory.
I don't care if you want to run. You don't want that. You don't want that. Cause like, yo, they both do the same thing. Right. So imagine if somebody that you was with does the same thing that you do. And they always, you know, they always hit you up, whatever, and then y'all end up being as one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be cool. Like, I honestly think it would be easier to date a creative because then there'll be more understanding. But
they say creative plus creative equals a crazy relationship. That's what they say. I don't know. That's what they said.
I don't know, but then, like you said, like if we're considering, like, you know, relationships that do work, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? Then it could work. Like, obviously, you know, they're taking time apart because she's working on this project, or he's working on this project, or somebody's on tour, so you still have your time apart. But, you know, I think that it could work.
So I was watching something earlier, and they said, the lady said, if a woman wants a man that makes a lot of money, or a woman wants somebody that makes a lot of money, then she has to deal with that person being out all the time, because that's how they make their money.
Right.
So a lot of women complain about their man not having money, or the amount of money that they want, but then they want that man to be around them all the time.
Yeah, they have the time.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, but I think, you know, people make things way more complicated than it has to be. You know, like if you're dating somebody and you know that this is their business and they have to put in that time to afford the lifestyle or the things that they already were doing before you came into the picture, or while you know, what they were working towards, and then you're complaining about it, then that's on you. Like, why would you date this person knowing what was going on? Right?
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. That was some good advice from Sam Renee, folks.
Yeah, like, see, listen, when we come to relationships, like, I've done enough stuff that, like, you know, I'm playing the games and going back and forth and trying to figure, but I'm like over that space. So I'm setting myself up to where I know what I want, my core values, and the questions to ask. Because if I'm getting into a situation and the person is like, nah, I don't want to answer them questions, or I don't want to do this, or I don't think this is important, then I know that person is not for me. So I'm not going to put myself in a situation where we're running into this situation like you just said.
Right.
I have a business. There's going to be, like, I might say, oh yeah, I got to shoot for 4 hours. It might end up being 6 hours. I might not come home at that time. You're going to have to understand that.
It's so hard to deal with somebody who's a creative, though. When you really think about it, it's really hard, because that's same. I'm on the same vibe.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do that, because I literally be up all night editing.
Right.
So for those people out there that don't understand what it's like to deal with a rapper, that don't understand what it's like to deal with a photographer, videographer, goddamn artist in general, somebody that could paint really good.
Right.
It's really hard to deal with this. Well, you know what? Let me not say that. It's easy to deal with this person, but you just have to let them do.
You have to let them be.
And that's what you said before the first time. You said, let me be myself.
Exactly.
You on the red couch with Burn with Sam Renee.
Let's get it.
One of the dopest people I know. One of the dopest creatives I know. Yes. Digital director.
Let's get it.
Stamp that title on her. You feel
I'll
me?
take it.
And this show is sponsored by No Fear.
Okay.
No Regrets. You like this shirt? I mean, this hoodie.
I'm feeling a colorway.
Yeah, this show was sponsored by No Fear, No Regrets. That's where we going with it. You know, it's still hoodie weather. We still out here in these streets. Yes. I know y'all like it. Tap in. My boy Tevin.
Okay, Tevin.
Nice with this. No fear, no regrets. On Instagram, tap in, hit him up. You got a little game night coming up.
Okay.
He throws some of the biggest fashion shows in Brooklyn. Some of the biggest artists come on his stages. So, you know, tap in. No fear, no regrets. You on the red couch with Burn and Sam Renee, like I said. Yes. Let me ask you this question. When do you know is the right time to break up?
Ooh. That's a good one.
When is the right time to break up? Like, when is it over?
See, I done broke up, then went back, broke up again, then went back. And I kind of feel like when you're done, you're done. So it kind of just got to be like, you got to be real with yourself. Like, if you're saying like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this person, but you know you're really not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy at all. But then you gotta really just come to, like I'm saying, like, come to reality, like, okay, is this person really for me? Is this person, the issues that we're having, can we actually make it through these issues or no?
Don't you make that sound so easy?
I mean, it's not. I just told you I broke up, went back, broke up, went back.
A lot of men think that, I don't even want to say we, because I ain't with it, but I'm just saying a lot of men think that we should have multiple women.
Okay, well, what do you think?
It's Black History Month. And when I think about Black History Month, I think about Martin Luther King.
And he had multiples, right?
I had a dream that one day I was going to have about 15 goddamn woman. I had a dream.
I can't.
Martin Luther, my boy.
So you agree?
I'm just saying, it's Black History Month.
15 though?
I just feel sorry for Coretta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little bit.
We didn't find that out. I didn't find that out until I was an adult. You know, when I was young, I had the picture painted of him as this perfect man who fought for civil rights.
If you really think about it, you saw him smoking cigarettes, right? Coretta was stressing him out.
Hold up.
I'm just saying.
Hold up, wait a
Coretta,
minute. How you gonna put that on Coretta?
Coretta
was stressing him out, or was the work he was doing stressing him out?
Oh, that's a good question.
How you gonna put that on her? That's wild.
Because she ain't hold him down.
What you mean?
Like she was supposed to. I don't know. What did she? He was smoking cigarettes. Listen, she should have told him stop smoking them shit.
You can't do that to Coretta, especially during Black History Month.
I love you, Coretta. Sweet Coretta. I'm just saying. Your boy had a dream. But nah, let me take that back. But I don't know why he was cheating on Coretta like that. That was crazy though.
Yeah, that is. But I mean,
but if Martin Luther King did it, then I could do it.
I don't agree.
Are
you your own man?
Yeah, but experience is the greatest teacher.
Okay, so have you had experience with having multiple women?
I read history books, and that's a part of my experience.
Being with multiple women?
No.
Okay, so how is that experience the best for you?
I'm just saying, experience is the greatest teacher. I'm gonna start the day.
Listen, I think that, nowadays you might be able to have like a real open relationship because the dating pool is so like interesting. Maybe you can have an open relationship where y'all actually have an understanding. Would you prefer that versus pretending that you're being faithful to someone and then she's finding out, then you got drama, the other female, like,
I don't want no open
do you want that?
I don't want none of that.
Man, you don't know what you want.
Yeah, you might be right about that too.
I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I'm gonna tell you what I want though. I'm gonna tell you what I want. I want somebody that listens to me because I'm a Leo. You already know
big Leo vibe.
You already know Leos talk.
Yes.
Okay, and we like to be listened to.
I couldn't agree.
And it's not like an instructional thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like do this, do that. You know what I mean? It's like if I'm telling you something, it's important.
Yes.
And when I open my mouth, only great words come out. God damn it, that was some Leo shit.
That was very Leo-ish because you just said some wild shit before that. So to say only great shit comes out is wow.
As far as like the person when you're in a relationship, sometimes it feels like people are scared to say what they want.
Yeah, I can agree.
They're scared. Like for me, sometimes I used to be scared. You ever been scared to say like what you wanted because you thought that the person was gonna dump you or whatever it might have been, or some type of weird reaction?
I wouldn't say dump, but I would say definitely not understand where I was coming from. Mm-hmm. I do think sometimes we can be misunderstood when we're trying to express ourselves, because sometimes like it could be something more like you don't want to hurt the person's feelings, or you don't know how they're going to react, so you don't want to get your feelings hurt. But at the end of the day, if you don't say it and you're keeping it, to yourself, you're hurting both of y'all, because you're thinking that they know what you want, and then you're upset because they're not giving it to you because you're something that you're thinking about, but they're not mind readers. Yeah,
that was deep. That was another one from Sam Renee first. Get the goddamn drum roll, please. Listen. Right? See, this is how my friends are. You understand what I'm saying? They come through, they spread the knowledge. You got to just take it in, write it down, take a picture, put it in your pocket, tell your friend later that she told me.
Screen record it and play it back.
Yeah, do that and share it.
Share it.
You on the red couch with Burn, and you sitting here with Sam Renee, and this show is sponsored by No Fear, No Regrets Clothing. I just love this hoodie. I ain't gonna lie. I feel nice and toasty, warm me up in this on Black History Month. It makes me feel so lime greeny.
Lime greeny.
It makes me feel lime greeny.
I like it.
I feel like a lime right now. You're on the red couch with Burn, and you sitting here with one of the dopest people I know. Like I told you before, Sam Renee.
Yes.
When she's on the red couch, she's gonna be spreading that knowledge. You gotta catch it. You gotta write it down. You gotta do everything to take a picture, because I'm telling you, she's spreading it.
Yes. That's good.
So we was talking about real estate before, and we was talking about how it is with relationships, and how important it is to keep a great relationship with communication. Yes. But let me ask you this. Should your name be on a lease? Should everyone's name be on a lease? And how important is it for your name to be on a lease, if that is a thing?
I would say if y'all moving in together, like say for instance y'all get together and y'all live separately, and then y'all moving in together, then yes. But if, let's just say, I'm already living in a spot, and then you come in before like the leases, to be renewed or whatever, then I'm not about to try to figure out how to get you on there.
That's not
right.
Oh my God.
We're not doing that off the bat. Like
that is not right.
So somebody come up in here, y'all start dating, you throwing them on the lease? No.
But it's gonna have to take some time, though. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna have to take some time, but you gonna have to. I don't know, like they paying? You paying?
Right, for sure. Like if you get to the point where you're moving in,
you gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
So you saying that?
Unless like that's what I'm saying. That's what communication is about. So if it's like, all right, well, you're gonna pay this, and I'm gonna be doing this, then that's one thing. But you're not gonna come up in my spot and just be living rent free, bill sometimes
you gotta look out for a dude. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes sometimes he might not.
Listen. I'm gonna look straight at the camera. It won't be me. It won't be me.
He might not be working though.
Now, if we together, I got caveats for everything. Okay. If we together, right, everything is going smooth. We riding and dying for each other. We got a future, and then for whatever reason you get hurt. You can't work, you get laid off, and you got a little time in between, then we rocking out, we good, we gonna figure it out. But I'm not taking care of nobody for fun.
I ain't taking care of nobody just for fun. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Nah, right. I mean, I think that we've all done that though. I think that we've done that at a younger age, if you had your own place at a younger age, because I had my own place at a young age.
I don't know. I mean, none of my friends do that.
Nobody. None, that's what they telling you. But I know they school. I know they took care of somebody at one point in time in their life.
None of my friends, my close friends that I actually consider friends, none of them.
None of them took care of just at least a dude for a couple of months.
Nah.
They never met a hobo. We
don't move like that. Promise you. My close friends now, do I know some people who getting played? Yeah, of course. It's part of life.
I don't know, man.
But
because you said
my
close,
friends.
now you said their closest friends, my friends. I said friends, know somebody. I ain't trying to say.
I don't know nobody in close proximity to me that behaves like that.
That's crazy because I know a whole bunch of people, and like that's what happens growing up. You make the mistake of, playing like Captain Saver, whoever that person is. You know what I'm saying? Like you end up, you feel sorry for them.
Okay, so now are you saying this for your female friends, for your male friends? Who are these people who are letting people just live off their money or their
either or
place, whatever?
Either or. I've seen it on both ends. I've seen it
on shows. I've seen it.
So you know more. You don't come outside. That's what the thing is. You don't come out. You be inside the household. That's why your skin's so smooth.
Listen,
this is the
and
problem.
I would rather that
than
to have me hear a story. Me and my friends, we lit. We go out.
Skin's so smooth.
We come in. We go out. We go on our trips. We do our thing.
That's it.
But we're not.
She's walking across the street just a minute ago and was like, "Oh my God, it's so cold.
It's cold out here."
Like, yo, you only walking one block. Chill, calm down.
See, it's different because the whole New York vibe, y'all used to being on the move, being on the go. I'm used to hopping in a car, running in the store, running in the house, getting back in a car,
that's New
whatever.
York for you.
Yeah.
Yo, and then like when you get married, a lot of people want a prenup, right? Or a lot of people want a prenup. Now, how important is a prenup?
I'm having one for sure.
The way you said that was
for real. Like I've told my previous partners like it's
I'm
up.
That's
what it's gonna be.
Huh?
I'm having one for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Why though? Like why?
Because I just feel like, and I wouldn't even mind if the other person, if they want to have one too. Like I'm okay with that. But if it's something that I worked for by myself.
Oh, okay, so you want to get one. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Why do you want to get one? Just tell me that. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
It's cool. If I work for something, right? I need to protect that. Why? Because it's not only for me, it's for my child, it's for my family. So if something goes wrong and that person is not directly, connected to the project or the business or something, why should they be entitled to any of it?
So you're going to have stipulations in there that's going to say you ain't getting nothing.
Unless you were directly a part of it, yes.
Because I thought that a prenup was like to set the rules on who's supposed to get what.
I mean, the prenup, you put whatever you want in it.
And you saying you ain't getting nothing.
I didn't say nothing, but you're not getting none of my money for sure.
Why not though? If you big like that, your husband, your wife.
Listen. If they wanted to have theirs, I'm for it. Like, I'm here to love you, care for you, support you, whatever. I'm not here to take what you built. So I don't mind. I really don't mind.
All right, well, when I've noticed a lot of black dudes that are celebrities. No, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
I wrote some names down, as a matter of fact. I was just thinking about this for a second. Hold on. I got a question for you.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what these people have in common. John Legend.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy. Wesley Snipes. Michael Jordan. Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
Yeah, what do those people have in common?
I was going to say men until you just threw Wanda in there at the
Wanda
last
Sykes,
minute.
she deals with women.
Okay, well, I mean, in common, they all deal with women. I mean, did John Legend ever act in anything? Because the rest of them, they're actors, right? Or multiple.
They all got a white girl.
See, I don't be paying attention to them like that.
Now, this is a deep conversation.
Okay.
Right? Because I hear a lot of our black women and black men too. Because you got Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm.
She got a white man.
Right.
You got Eve. She got Maximilian.
Yeah. You
got Tina Turner. Got her old wrinkly white man.
I didn't know.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't know.
She do. She does. So I think since the 80s, as a matter of fact, she's been dealing with this dude. What's love got? Bring your ass over here. But anyway,
okay.
So the interracial dating scene is popping right now, especially 2023. You know what I'm saying? But I hear a lot of people complaining about it, and they say keep it in the circle. What do you think about that?
Interracial dating? I mean, honestly, like, my personal preference is I prefer to date within my race, but I don't have anything against anybody who decides to date outside their race. Especially if they're in a happy relationship. Like, if they're good, they're happy, they're living together, they're building families, building, their legacy together. What's the
problem? They ain't bothering nobody.
Yeah.
They ain't bothering nobody. Because, I hear a lot of black men say that the reason why they deal with a lot of women that are not black is because a lot of black women are too aggressive for them. I'm saying it. Yes, I am. I'm saying it on camera.
Okay.
I said it.
I mean, I'm not going to argue for your thoughts.
But I'm saying, it's not me saying, I'm just saying a lot of men say that.
Right.
They say that they can't deal with the part of a black woman that may have been part of the post-traumatic stuff that then went on in our community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That causes a black woman to be just a little bit rough around the edges, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you think about that, though?
I mean, I consider myself like a dominant woman, but
okay, punch you in your face.
No.
What you looking at?
No, not physically trying to dominate anyone at all. But I think that in our community, it's an issue with accountability, right? So if you're putting a female in a situation where she's constantly being told one thing, but you're showing her something else, and then she's, continually complaining about something or trying to stay with you and make it through these issues, but you're like making it hard, or maybe you don't really want to be with her, but like you're saying, niggas over here smooching off of what she has available, so they staying with her and pretending that they want to be with her. Then what's like, of course, like, come on, like, you can't continuously treat somebody a certain way and expect them to not have some aggression.
That's deep. I think that, yes, you're right. You know what? That's another one. I should have like some bombs.
Yeah, drop some bombs on me, because I'm not
gonna drop a bomb on that one right there.
All.
That's 3 of them we got so far.
Not at all.
Yeah, you on the red couch with Burn. You sitting right here with Sam Renee. I didn't know that. Well, you know what? I didn't know your personality was so dope, but I didn't know you had this insight right now because I met you when you was like 21. You know what I'm saying?
Little baby.
I got gray hairs on my chin now. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But as a grown woman, I would say you definitely got a good head on your shoulder.
Appreciate you.
Right, definitely. And this is Black History Month,
yes.
Right? And we were talking about relationships and tying that into that. And interracial dating, tying that into that. A lot of people feel like other cultures or white people specifically have brought us back or brought us down or did us dirty as black people. So why go into a relationship with them? And what you just said about what you just said about, you know, love and love being, you know, just what it is, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But it just, earlier when I was thinking about it, it had me thinking about the Tulsa, Oklahoma situation. I was like, damn, boy, they did do us dirty. 1921, right? Back in those times, you know, I was just a unthought of seed.
Right.
You feel me? Back in those times, in Oklahoma, I was reading up on it, and what set it off was a gentleman that got blamed for rape. I think that's what it was. Yeah, he got blamed for rape. It was this. He got blamed for raping this white lady, Sarah Page. I think that's her name.
Okay.
And he got locked up. Then a lot of people came to the courthouse to protect him.
Okay.
And one of the dudes that came to the courthouse to protect him, he ended up shooting another one of the white men that came there also. And that's what set the whole thing off. And then they burnt down thousands of houses.
Right.
They killed like 300 people. They set us back over in that area, and they called it Black Wall Street.
Right.
It was dope. They had, and then you know what's crazy? What I learned about it is that a year later, in 1922, they already rebuilt 80 of the businesses.
Oh, okay. So right? Resilience.
But then as time went past, they started selling businesses and selling some of that land to the white people. And that's what brought us down. So as far as business goes, right? How do you think we should do as a community when it comes to business?
So that's broad, right? Because right now I do see where there's a lot of like creators, like content creation, you know, business owners sharing all their information, courses. Like basically like right now, if you want to be in business, it's fairly easy to get into. Now, actually running a business, you know, holding the business up to a certain, you know, standard to be able to grow and scale your business, that's a whole nother story, right? So it's like, I would say that we need more people, because Black women right now is still, since 2018, have been the largest growing sector in entrepreneurship, but still the lowest earning, right? So in order to like start balancing it out,
damn jobs,
right? So it's like a lot of businesses are, you know, being, I can't even say being built, but being started. But being built is different because the knowledge, the lack of knowledge, and then the lack of seriousness about it, right? So we have people who are saying like, oh, you know, the consumers are not giving the Black businesses a chance once they make one mistake, but you'll give McDonald's or Walmart or whatever bigger corporations a chance after they make a mistake. So that's one thing. Then on the flip side, the customer service from the Black businesses. Are you actually upholding your business to a certain standard to where...
Don't be following me around. You feel me? When I walk into a Black establishment, don't follow me around, bruh.
Well, I don't know that happens unless... I mean, I really don't know a lot of like...
I get followed.
You get followed?
I get followed.
In the Black stores, though.
Every now and then.
Well, see, I don't. It may be because I'm a female. I don't experience that. But in most of the Black businesses that I actually go into are still pretty small, so they're not really like trying to follow me around, or they're online businesses as well. So like, you know, courses and information-based businesses where they're selling you information. So, yeah, I think it's just, you know, doing better as business owners, as well as the consumers understanding and giving people a chance to grow through their mistakes.
Boom. That's knowledge.
That's the...
Right there. You're on the red couch with Burn, and you sitting here right now with a dope creative director, Sam Renee. Look her up.
Yes.
on Instagram, Moolah.amore.
Moolah.
Oh, I said it wrong. Moolah.
Yes, Moolah.
Why it can't be Moolah?
Because it's not.
It don't sound right.
Yeah. What if I called you Like.
Yeah, right. Right.
Or Burn.
Get it right. Get it
right.
Call me Burn. I'll be like, nah, it's not that, bro. It's probably because of the way I talk or whatever. I don't know.
Nah, it's cool. It's all
I got a little accent. My shit go like this sometimes. I'll be dancing with my words. But yeah, you know, on this show we talk about trending topics and relationships.
Yes.
And I got some questions for you.
All right.
Now, one thing I want to know, we was talking about, me and my boy was talking about earlier. He said, yo, answer this question. I said, all right, cool, because he's going through something right now.
Okay.
He said, when is it okay to look through a man's phone or anything? Like, when is it okay to look through a man's belongings? By the way, I told you to stop dealing with that chick. Anyway.
Yeah. Stop doing it. Stop.
Yeah.
Just, that's the easiest answer.
When
when is it okay? I mean, y'all would have to have that bond and that relationship to the point where it's like, oh, babe, I'm about to go through your bag, or I'm about to go through your phone because I'm about to look for something, or let me see your phone, let me hold. Mm-hmm. I think if it's not malicious, like if the person is not trying to, like, go through your stuff to try to find something. Mm-hmm. You know, if they're like, oh, I need to see your phone so that I could look something up, and then you kind of like, nah, you can't see my phone just to look up, then that's a little, that's the red flag.
So if I deny you from looking through my phone, that means that I'm hiding something?
Nah, if you deny me, if you're acting shady when I'm just trying to see your phone or use your phone, then that would give me the red flag that something is possibly going on in that phone. Because it's like, if we together, why can't I see? Like, my ex, she could see my phone anytime.
But why would that make you want to leave? Why would that make you, like, all right, so let me ask you this question. Would you leave a person if they don't let you see the phone?
Leave right away?
She said leave right away. Like, hold on.
But I would definitely, I would be curious. Like, I'm a curious ass person. So if you hitting me with red flags like that, then I'm gonna be like, what's up? Like, why not? Like, what would be the problem? I'm gonna feel like you have something to hide.
And you think it's okay to go through a phone?
No, I mean, not.
You think it's okay? You think it's okay?
Not,
you think it's okay? It's okay.
Not
it's
for
okay.
a malicious intent. Like, not for you to be in here. Like, I'm now. Once you hit me with the red flag, and I'm trying to discuss it with you, and you trying to dodge.
So, like,
and you trying to pretend like nothing is going on, then I'm gonna be looking at you side. Then if we can't get through that, then we can't get through real stuff. If we can't get through the small stuff, we can't get through bigger stuff. So that's major red flag.
Okay, they say the person that blames the other person for cheating
is usually the
one cheating.
Well, nah. We not talking about that though. I'm saying if we talking about I'm asking you to see your phone and then you acting shady, that's different than me accusing you off that. But I do agree with that because I had an ex
let me see your phone.
I had an ex that was trying to blame me for some shit, and they were turn around that they were actually dating somebody, dealing with somebody that they were claiming were just their friend. Mm-hmm. And then once we broke up, they end up getting together. Mm-hmm. So it's like, clearly y'all were more than friends.
Yeah.
So I've had that situation where he was blaming me, like, oh yeah, you can't be friends with him because y'all probably still like each other. But then I'm like, well, then why are you friends with her? Like, oh, that's just my friend. But then we break up.
Double standard.
And y'all get together. So yeah, I can agree with that.
That's a double standard. I'm sorry.
Because it's the guilty conscience, like.
What? No, it's just a
you can't be friends because I'm not just being this person friend.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And another one he said, hold on, we're gonna get this right. Okay. I don't even know if you want to answer that. And we're gonna ask it anyway. You on the red couch with Burn, and you sitting right here with. I'm gonna call you Moolah. Moolah,
baby.
Wow, I feel like I gotta stretch my mouth when I say moolah.
Or say Sam Renee. It's cool. It's all love.
Sam Renee. You on the red couch with Burn. You sitting here with Sam Renee. One night stands versus long term. Right? Mm-hmm. Or when you meet a person and you do something with them really quick. So it may not be a one night stand. It could be like the first week, right? Okay. Do you end up staying with that person longer than somebody who you waited to do something with?
In my experience.
Yes. Or you could just say.
All right, let me just tell you. I'm going to just be straight up, right? So, like, me and my ex, we got together in, like,
2 minutes.
Not 2 minutes, but definitely mad quick. Faster than I normally would. I would say within, like, 11 days, we were officially, like, together.
You counted? Okay.
Females do shit like that, right? Right. But then we stayed together for 2.5 years, and that was my longest relationship ever, right? Now, the ones that I did date, wait. So, I don't know. That's just my experience. I can't speak for everybody else.
I would definitely say that I'm on to something here, I'm telling you. Because I feel like the ones who you meet and you do something with real quick, and it's not a plan. It's not a plan. You didn't plan to do something with this person real quick. Planned. It just happened. It was hot, steamy. Right? Right? And then it just happened. And then you end up dealing with this person longer than you would be with somebody who is like
I don't think it's across the board though. I think it's possible, but I don't think it's across the board.
I'm telling you, it happens to the majority of people. Because remember now, you met this person, right? And the reason why you did something with them so quick is because you felt that passion and that energy. Connection. Right, you felt that connection right there. You was like, oh yes. But
then you got to think, like you said, one night stand versus long term. Some people actually just have
them like one toxic though.
One night stands. I can't see myself personally doing that because for me personally, I don't take sex as just something that you do with everybody. That's my personal thing. Like, if anybody they
sharing souls.
Like one night stand, that's your thing, or you just like fuck, whatever the case may be.
I had a couple of them joints.
Yeah, I can't. One time I can't do that. I'm too emotional for that. And
I had to hide under the bed one time.
Ooh, you was playing crazy.
Now I was in a club one time and I was sitting there chilling, minding my business, and this dude was barking on this girl like he was going in. He's like, "Yo, shut the fuck up!" Like he was going in. So I'm just sitting there looking like, wow, like yo, this dude is an idiot, right? So he left. You
went up to the girl.
Nah, I ain't say nothing to her. I just went and sat in the seat that he was sitting in. That was the bait. You feel me? That was the bait. I was sitting there like, this is my young handsome days. Had the braids. You feel me? I was just sitting there like, doing my thing. So then she looked over and was like, sniffling. That was it. I was like, you be alright. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be good. Dude came over and was like, excuse me, this is my seat. I was like just looking at him like, are you serious?
Right.
So he's talking whatever he's talking. She's like, don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. That's what she's telling him. Don't be an asshole. She wasn't white, but that's how she talked. Don't be an asshole. She was like, excuse me, he's an asshole. He's an asshole. Don't worry about it. He's an asshole. He was like, then he was all drunk, hugging up on her. I swear my word to everything. This chick took her phone out while she was hugging him and like literally gave me her phone like that.
Wow.
And I took that long, like do.
Oh, see, so you was playing with fire.
Putting them numbers right there, and she literally called me. Probably like I would say like 2 hours from that time, because she ended up leaving. So that was my little one night stand right there. That didn't end up all the way well, because I had to hide under the bed.
Well, you put yourself in that.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
For the experience, yeah, because you know, dudes, we like to get around each other and be like, yeah, let me tell you what happened.
Tell you what, son, I was high under
I
got her number, and I was high under the bed.
You feel me? That's exactly what we be doing. I ain't mean to blow up them secrets, but that's what we do when we get around each other. We gotta tell them
y'all
stories
tell
like
y'all adrenaline. Y'all like the rush, the adrenaline.
Nah, it's not even that. It's the who got the. I don't know. It's not a battle. All right, so it's not a battle of the craziest story, but I think in my mind or in some of our minds, we like, yo, let me tell you what happened the other day, son.
Yeah.
I was with this chick the other day, bro. Yeah, that's what we do. I know y'all do the same thing. We do the same thing more than we do.
We talk
more than we do.
That's we talk.
For sure. More than we do.
But it's more like, oh my God, like, I'm tired of this person. Should I, leave this person alone? It's not really.
Nah.
Wild and crazy.
Y'all be going in. Don't be you try to, maybe from, how you grew up and where you from, you a different breed or whatever, and that's why we rock. But at the end of the day,
some wild ones.
Yeah, there's some wild ones out there.
Yeah, I know they exist. But I can only
do you know your love language?
Yes.
What is it?
Physical touch and quality time, baby.
Quality time.
Yes.
And physical touch.
I need a leg. I need an arm. I need a hand. I need something.
Public.
Touching.
In the public.
Everywhere.
You like public? What they call that?
PDA. Yes.
Yeah. Peanut butter. Whatever. Public displays of affection.
Yes. Give us some all.
Yeah. Not everybody likes that.
Yeah, no, that's what. Yeah, my she wasn't really crazy about it, But I
I'm gonna tell you.
I respected it, but I prefer it. I'm cool with being open.
I'm gonna tell you why I think are the two main reasons, and I don't think there's any other reason. Maybe you could tell me one reason why people don't like PDA. Okay, they don't like it because either they are afraid that person is not as attractive as, or they may not be attractive to everyone else that's on the street.
That's wild.
Okay, that's one. And that's like, they're embarrassed by that person. And the second reason is they're just straight goddamn disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't want to touch you, or they don't want to be touched.
I wouldn't call that disrespectful. Like, but
yeah,
you got to understand love languages are different, right? Like, maybe the other person is not really into, like, physical touch. So doing that, especially
they gotta be embarrassed. They gotta be embarrassed by you or something. It's like, why?
Nah, it's not.
What's the reason?
It's not embarrassment. Maybe
your hands get sweaty for no reason.
Just growing up, maybe they just have issues with, like, physical touch. That could also be a thing too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
not disrespect.
Right. All right. Maybe I used the wrong word.
Yeah.
It's not disrespect. So, but it's either that they don't want to be touched.
Right.
Because it's something that happened before. I don't like people touching me, by the way. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? a lot of people don't know. She don't know that. You ain't know that. But you see that little jump right there?
Yeah, a little jump.
You ain't know that. That's one thing about me that a lot of people point out. A lot of my friends point out. They ask me, like, yo, why do you jump when I... That's serious.
Yeah, nah, I see you really did. You was like...
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? That's just one thing about me that... I don't know if I.
So you don't like physical touch, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever dated someone who does like physical touch?
I have to want the person to touch me.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Like, the person has to be like, in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what about hugs? Do you give hugs?
Of course.
Okay.
Shit, I give you a hug. I give your cousin a hug. Everybody a hug. It don't matter, but. I have to want to be able to do that.
Okay, but you don't want somebody like coming
just like
to you
randomly and shit. Nah, hell no, nigga, don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Okay.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I don't know. Just like I always been cautious like that. And I don't know. That's probably why I don't get sick like that either. Nigga, you walk around.
I'm not mad at you.
Coughing all over the damn place, and nigga don't be touching.
Don't
shit.
be touching.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to touch you neither. You feel me?
Don't touch.
But that's just how I am sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad.
Yeah, so you say your love language is
physical touch and quality
freaky.
time.
What you said? Physical what?
Physical touch.
Physical touch and quality time.
So that QT. Those are my main two.
So how often do you have to spend time with the person that you're with?
A lot.
Like all day. Well, you damn, that's some Leo shit you just said. I ain't gonna lie, but we feel like that, but then you really don't. Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I mean,
cause you saying that, but
I mean,
you a Leo, so
no, I really do like enjoy.
Like that,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, we're talking about if I'm really into someone and I see a future with them. I'm not talking about like some like fly. I'm talking to somebody just dead. I'm talking about somebody that I'm really into.
Let me tell you what happens, right? You spending all this time with this person is going to take away from your creative side. That's going to mess your mind up as a Leo.
No, but see, here's the thing. I'm cool with taking a break. You go in the room, you watching I don't really watch a lot of TV. So if that's your thing, you go in the room, you watch your TV. I could be out in the living room writing my music, prepping for a shoot, doing whatever.
What if they don't want to do that? Want to be all up in your face and the time that you want to be doing what you want to be doing?
Then that's a problem. That's a problem for me. But I'm talking about like, I was in a long distance relationship, so that made it.
Yeah, how does that work?
That made it a little difficult with the physical touch and the quality time.
How does a long distance relationship work?
It doesn't.
I dealt with someone.
Not for me. Not for me.
I messed with somebody that lived upstate New York, and she came to see me. It was like once a month, but it would be for like a week and a half.
Oh, see that.
For that week and a half, we would get it on, and we would go places. We would do a lot of stuff. She came to my shows. All of that was crazy. Not really, because I'm gonna tell you, like, it's going back to what I was just saying. It's like when you're busy.
Yeah.
And you doing, at that time I was doing a lot of shows. I was filming a lot. I was doing a lot of stuff. So it was like, all right, when she come down, I'm dedicating. This is like a vacation, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta take a vacation from all of that work. All right, this is gonna be.
So what are your love languages? Because see, that could be the difference for me. I'm gonna need that come home almost every night. Like obviously, if I'm on a trip or I got a gig that's somewhere else or whatever, that's different. But I want to come home practically almost every night. So what's your love languages for that to have work?
Physical touch was one of them. Quality time was another one. And what's the other one again? What's the other?
So you got acts of service. It's words.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Is it words of encouragement? No, I don't remember.
Words of
affirmation. Words of affirmation.
So that's me right there. So there's words of affirmation because
it's one more.
So words of affirmation is like the biggest one because like you got to tell me.
You gotta tell. Okay.
You got to let me know. Don't be having me in the dark, looking around like, oh, what the hell is going on? I got to know what's going on. I used to deal with somebody that used to say, why you always need confirmation? And I'd be like, nah, I don't need confirmation. I just need you to tell me what's going on. So sometimes you
clear.
And sometimes you really be in the dark. So let me know what's going on, bruh. Don't be leaving. That's mine though.
Yeah.
That's mine. You know what I'm saying? Another question. How do you know when you how do you know when you're outgrowing someone or when you're gonna outgrow someone?
When you're thinking of leaving more than staying. I would say that's the most simple and clearest answer I can give.
Thinking to leave.
When you're thinking about more leaving, like when you're thinking about this is not gonna work a lot, then that's probably like your cue, like it's time to go.
Can we get it together?
Especially if y'all like if you in your head about it and you like trying to leave only in your head without discussing with the person, then that's like crazy. But after y'all had some communication, y'all talking, and this is still not going nowhere, that's like...
Yeah, I mean, that's when you know you ready to go. Get me up out of here. I don't want to deal with, like, I feel like for me, I know I'm ready to go when I'm ready to raise my voice at the top of my lungs. Like, if I feel like I'm about to bark bark on you.
So you just get into this level of frustration where it's like you can't even be calm no more.
Right, because that's how I am. I'm more like, I'm chill.
Yeah.
For the most part. If I gotta raise my voice, that means you did something crazy.
Okay.
And if you do something that crazy where I got the bar, like, what the fuck? Like, you see the green veins popping out my neck.
Start wailing.
Nah.
It done went left.
Yeah, we might as well we're gonna end this. We're gonna have to leave this alone. And I never hit women. I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's just like, if I feel like I'm gonna get to that point where I'm mad and I'm screaming, I feel like we need to just, that's it. You know?
I agree.
If we're gonna take a break, but I'm gonna sit there and think about it like, damn, I was really, what she done did? You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm gonna think about it, and it's gonna be over. You ever ghosted somebody before? Never ghosted? Anybody ever ghosted you?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But it didn't go far. It didn't go far. Like we was talking for one morning, and then it was just like, try to.
What happened?
And it was like,
nothing. Okay.
But see, but I'm not thirsty though, so it was like, boom. All right, I text you this one time just to make sure. Like, you know, it wasn't like a busy, forgot to hit me back, and then after that, it's like, okay, I'm
this
good.
chick ghosted me one time, and the crazy thing is, she said to me, I be ghosting dudes. I said, well, shit, you can't ghost me. I was like,
you thought she was special?
No, but I'm just saying, you can't ghost me. I said, you can't ghost me. I am a ghost. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
You can't ghost me. I am a ghost. I said, I am the ghost.
You the ghost. You the big ghost.
Right, you feel me? I mean, that's an owl. You know, the ghost is boo. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. But, nah, you can't do that to me. So she actually did. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I know she hit me back up, though.
Ooh. Now, did you like dodge her after?
Who? Hell no. That's exactly what I did. I dodged her. Not even dodged her. I'm not gonna sit here and say that she was trying to hit me back up because she wanted to mess with me. Because probably what she was trying to do anyway. I'm just saying, she just hit me up like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, the audacity.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
Cause that day I was like, "Yo, what's up?" Cause we was rocking out. We done went out. We went out on a date.
Oh, see, you know, my ghosting, it literally, we was just texting. We went from IG to texting, and then it was like,
that's not real ghosting.
It was just going like, you know, maybe they went back to their boo or some shit like that. You know, I don't know what happened, but
that's not real
I wasn't
ghosting.
Really tripping. You know, but that is ghost. Like if I'm texting back and then I hit you up again just to make sure, like, okay, what's going on, and then you don't say nothing.
That's not real ghosting.
That's not real ghosting.
That was just the spirit or whatever. I don't know. They don't know real ghost. Real ghosting is when you dealing with somebody.
Okay, you know, I've never. All
been of a
ghosted.
sudden, you like
in that term, no.
Like, what's going on? Yeah, you on the red couch with Burn, and you sitting here with Sam Renee, and like I said, she was gonna come and drop some knowledge on you. Yes. I love when my friends come on my show and they're able to talk and express themselves and let people know what's going on, especially letting people know what's going on with what they're doing. So I need you to let people know where they can find you and some of the things that you do. Even though you spoke about it earlier, I need you to reiterate just so they could tap in.
All right, listen, it's your girl Sam Renee. I own my own business, so you can find me there. A More Creative Agency, all spelled normal. I'm sure you could throw it on the screen and let them know. I'm also an artist, so you can find me on my personal page, mula.amore, MULA.AMORE.
She said she's an artist. She said she rap.
And I rap. I got bars.
She said she gonna spit something.
I did not say that.
That's what she says. You don't know everybody. You know what's crazy? Everybody that came on this show spit a 16.
You styling real bad. You're not gonna get me to do that. So you gotta go on my page. You could find something, but I got the bars.
I'm doing like a female cipher.
Yeah, I'll definitely come.
I don't even want to say. I don't even like the term female rapper anymore. I don't even like that. I think that women run the rap game now. Like, if you look at it, where are the dudes that are rapping? They all, that's Rico, nigga. Rico done took everybody. You got, and then everybody dying, and they getting killed, and they rap, and then now look, you got, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. And you got, and then you got, what's the other girl named Ice Spice? What she sing?
How can I lose feeling you?
How can I already know any chose?
See, I don't really, but see, and that's the crazy thing. I love Lola. I listen to her songs, but I don't really listen to like a lot of mainstream artists for real. So
you like underground? So who are some of the artists? Who are some of the
so like but I'm not even really. Lola is one of them that I listen to on a regular. Like I was working out to listen, literally. Here I come on repeat because my favorite. Do something make me feel good. Do something make me feel. That was my part, right? So I was listening to that over and over, literally working out. But then I like La Russell. You know him?
Do not know. No.
But he's dope. So he's independent, right? And he's like really making a whole new wave around being independent. Really like built the whole stage, his backyard type vibes. Got people coming to his shows.
Is that the short dude that made the joint in his garage and it was a cappella for a while? And he was like, he was talking about the struggle on how he did make. Wow, it's crazy.
he's dope, and I respect him.
I gotta look him up
because he's grinding.
That's the only thing that I've ever seen and heard
dope,
from him.
And he's growing. So I've been watching his journey and watching him grow, and it's been kind of inspiring from the perspective of being independent and really just making stuff work for you. I think that's pretty dope. That's like the main one. Everything else is kind of just like here and there, you know.
All right, tap in when you get a chance to. Make sure you check out that agency, a more creative agency.
Yes,
right.
Sir.
Make sure you check that out. You know, one of the things that she does is that she creates the content, right? So let's say, for example, you had a business or you have a business that is struggling and you need a visual, you need something for the people to see, something for the people to grasp, something for the like a vision, right? And you got a vision. All you gotta do is tell her the vision and she will bring it to life for you. That's the whole part that, you know, y'all gotta get. And she's here on the Red Couch with Burn. And I want y'all to tap into the YouTube. I want y'all to subscribe. I want you to subscribe to every platform. I want you to go to Spotify and listen. I want you to go to Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and listen. I want you to go to every platform. Whenever you get a chance to, Instagram, Facebook, subscribe. We got those real shorts and everything else. Red Couch will Burn.
Peace.